Interprovincial trade barriers are a really complicated issue, and our governments are to blame for that. There are so many misconceptions surrounding the topic. For example, the recent controversy coming out of Alberta as a result of the NDP implementing an unconstitutional tax and grant program on beer often suggests that Alberta is the only province with issues, but that's not true. In fact, Alberta still has the most open system in the country. But that doesn't make what the NDP are doing right. Every province has trade barriers when it comes to beer, and according to this report from Beer Canada, they fall into 4 different categories. Those are distribution, charges and costs for service, access to points of sale, and pricing. So I thought I'd run through some of the case scenarios for each of these categories. Under distribution, the majority of the provinces have some sort of liquor commission, usually run by the government, that outside breweries have to go through to get their product into that specific market. In BC, out-of-province breweries must enter the province through a private warehouse, while in Ontario, there are minimum production capacities to deal with, and in Manitoba, your beer must meet minimum sales requirements. All this does is favor big breweries. On the charges and costs of services end of things, many provinces charge breweries for things like handling for every liter of beer they ship, warehouse and shipping fees. In Quebec, inspection charges for every shipment will cost a brewery $205, and Nova Scotia charges $2,000 for an annual permit to access their market. And then there's actual access to the product. In some provinces, there are 2 types of retail outlets, government-run and privately run. In Quebec, you can't sell your product in both. In Saskatchewan, out of the 190 licensed retailers, 84 can sell popular beer. And in BC, preferential shelf space is given to BC products. And finally, there's the pricing. All provinces have government-implemented taxes on every liter of beer that comes in. Of course, now in Alberta, we have that tax and grant program that's actually a protectionist measure that shelters Alberta craft beer. And this is all only scratching the surface. In some provinces, there are trade deals that cut other regions out. The warehousing systems are more advantageous, or measures are taken to completely keep imported beer out of their borders. It's a completely complicated issue, and I just wanted to show that it's a Canada-wide issue. And all these measures result to is losses of billions of dollars to the Canadian economy, direct hits on businesses, and increased cost to consumers, all brought to you by our governments. If you want to see change, please stop by beerfreedom.ca. Let these governments know that trade barriers within our own country are absolutely ridiculous and unacceptable. We deserve free trade within our own borders. In fact, these government-implemented barriers are illegal under Section 121 of the Constitution. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. The link below will take you to my petition that I was talking about. Please sign and send a message that you support free trade within our borders.